Gadget's field trip.
We're going on a visit.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Come on, let's go with him.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
What's that, you ask? What is it?
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Well, no one wants to miss it.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
We're going on a visit.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Come on, let's go with him.
New places, new faces. Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Inspector Gadget's field trip.
Yahoo! It's time for our field trip to the Wild West. Legend has it that years ago, the Wild West was a place full of crooks, bandits, thieves, and troublemakers. Too bad the old inspector wasn't around.
Hey! Get your hands up! Put them balls in the sky.
But there were also lawmen, sheriffs, and marshals. They were the good guys. Of course, even the good guys could be bad guys. That's why the West was so wild. Billy the Kid, Jesse James, Wyatt Earp, Butch Cassidy. They're some of the most famous names of the West. My cousin, Ringo Gadget, trained to be a Wild West bad guy, but he wasn't bad enough. He ended up dropping out and running the souvenir stand at the Boot Hill Cemetery. How wild was the Wild West? Well, let's investigate. Go Gadget Lasso. Now, where exactly was the Wild West? According to my Gadget map, that's it all over the United States. First stop, Tombstone, Arizona. Here you can see what life was really like back in the 1800s. I wonder why they call this place Tombstone. Because of the graveyard? In fact, Tombstone is known for the notorious shootout at the OK Corral, which was not okay with the corral. Actually, the shootout took place in this vacant lot behind the OK Corral. Guess the corral was booked. The horses got there first. Let's go back to October 26, 1881, as Tombstone performers replay that famous day when someone was just spoiling for a fight. Couldn't they have settled it over a nice game of checkers?
What's happening?
Those cowboys are in town wearing guns, and we're going down and take care of them, once and for all.
On one side of the shootout was Wyatt Earp and his brothers Virgil and Morgan. And don't forget their friend Doc Holliday. Many people consider them the good guys.
But check your guns.
On the other side were brothers Ike and Billy Clanton. Helping them were their friends Tom and Frank McClowry. Some say these were the bad guys. Maybe they were all bad guys.
Virgil, swear Doc in. Raise your right hand, Doc. You swear to uphold the laws of Tombstone? I do. Take this shotgun, don't let anybody get by on the right.
That makes Doc Holliday an official deputy of the law, and to think he went west for his health.
You boys been looking for trouble for a long time, and now, by God, you've found it.
You're all under arrest. Throw down your arms. Don't shoot. I don't want to fight.
Wowzers! What's going to happen? Maybe it's not too late for that game of checkers. But first, an Inspector Gadget field trip fact. What kind of a doctor was Doc Holliday? Eye doctor? A dentist? A doggy doctor? Doc Holliday was actually a dentist. Maybe he'll fill a cavity on one of the Earp brothers later. Yesterday's tragedy. 3 men hurled into eternity in the duration of a moment. Oh, hello there. I was just reading the Tombstone epitaph the day after the gunfight. But wait, we haven't even seen the ending. Go, go, Gadget. Back to the OK Corral.
Don't shoot, I don't want to fight. Wait, I don't mean that.
Excuse me, I'm glad you fellas are using blanks, not bullets. Someone could get hurt. Don't try this at home. In fact, don't even try this away from home. Wowzers. Unfortunately, at the real shootout, they use real bullets. Here's where the Clanton and McClowry brothers ended up. 6 feet under. You can visit their tombstones at Boot Hill Cemetery in Tombstone. Incidentally, boots weren't the only thing buried here. Yes, they learned the hard way that guns are dangerous, and pushing up daisies from underneath isn't a lot of fun either. Go, go, Gadget, coach! There's lots of fun ways to experience the Wild West. One of the best ways is by train. It beats a kick in the caboose. Of course, most folks prefer to ride inside. That way you don't get bugs in your teeth. This train goes from the Grand Canyon to Williams, Arizona. Looks like we've got a marshal on board, or at least a man who thinks he's a marshal. Hold it right there, my good man. That's no way to behave. Oh, excuse me. This is a pretend train robbery. But there were lots of holdups on trains, stagecoaches, and banks in the Wild West during the 1800s. Makes you wonder why folks didn't just stay home.
Which way they go? Which way they go?
I didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing.
Get them up there. Let's go. Get them.
Good thing these thieves were caught. Many real outlaws got away. Bad boy Jesse James started his career in crime when he was still a teenager. James and his gang invented train robberies. 7 trains, 12 banks, and 5 stagecoaches in 11 states during the mid-1800s. Jesse and his gang weren't caught for 15 years. Good thing for them that I wasn't on the case. That outlaw looks very familiar. Oh, wait, that's no outlaw. That's President Lincoln. He's standing next to Alan Pinkerton of Pinkerton's Detective Agency. Pinkerton's agents were the first private eyes in the U.S. They claim they never slept or closed their private eyes. Always chasing down outlaws like Butch Cassidy and the Wild Bunch. Those jackets were the first Gadget trench coats. The coats were called dusters. Too bad Pinkerton didn't dust Billy the Kid. He was really bad. How bad was he? Legend has it that Billy the Kid killed 21 people by the time he was 21 years old. But that's just a myth. The real number is 4. We're off to Lincoln, New Mexico to investigate the true story of Billy the Kid. Go, go, and get along, long Gadget legs. Billy the Kid was born in New York City, but spent most of his troublemaking time here in Lincoln County, New Mexico. Billy the Kid's real name was Henry McCarty. He also went by the names of Henry Antrim, Kid Antrim, and William Bonney. Must have cost a fortune in monogrammed handkerchiefs. He couldn't make up his mind. Boy, could this kid make trouble. starting when he was just 15. In 1881, he was captured by Sheriff Pat Garrett and brought to the Lincoln County Courthouse. Billy didn't stay long, as you can see by these actual bullet holes shot by Billy the Kid himself. He stole a gun and shot his way out. That's one kid who wasn't kidding around. He escaped and ran away. Billy was hiding out in a friend's room when Sheriff Pat Garrett found him and brought down Billy the Kid with a single bullet. Here in Fort Sumner, New Mexico, Billy the Kid is finally behind bars. No, he didn't try to escape from his own grave. Visitors to his gravesite have been chipping away at his tombstone, so it had to be put in a cage. Now that's what I call a chip off the old Billy block. Well, buckaroos, as my Gadget sinks slowly in the west, it's time to round 'em up and head 'em out. It was great reliving history with you in Tombstone, taking the train and visiting the home of the legendary Billy the Kid. Adios, partners. Until next time. Go, go, Gadget Field Trip.
Beak.